guys, welcome back to Vlogmas Day 15. Today's video, as promised from yesterday, I'm going to be flipping through my 2022 bullet journal. My yearly theme was sprinkles because I wanted to keep it super simple, so you'll see this is my cover page for 2022. I try to include sprinkles. So I have gift ideas and a wish list on the left, and then theme ideas in an empty box on the right. I'm hoping to do better planning for next year. This is my future log with all of the different themes that I had going on for each of the months that I put into there. This is my content calendar that, as you can see, I didn't really get a chance to finish filling out, but I am modifying it for 2023. Then I have books read, shows watched, and movies watched in 2022, but I didn't really end up spacing them out correctly. Next, we're on to January. January was a fast food theme, and I really enjoyed this theme. This might have honestly been one of my favorite themes of the year. I just love how colorful everything is. It felt so bright and exciting, and I loved how the weekly spreads turned out for this. I tried to do a different style of weekly spread every month, but then as you'll see later on in the video, it sort of got changed a bit. And I have my spring semester schedule with all of my classes that I took, color-coded of course. And then we're on to February. February, I turned 19 and I decided to make it a Mardi Gras theme because I live in Louisiana and we celebrate Mardi Gras a lot. I also at the bottom tried out a rating system for the month, which I did not continue after this month. Then this page is just my trackers that I have for my mood, different habits, steps, stuff like that. And the stuff that I track changes throughout the year. And this is my weekly spread for the week, which I accidentally messed up the ordering and did week 1 and 2 on the second page. Then we came to March and I decided to go with a strawberry and banana smoothie theme. I had a lot of fun playing with the fonts for this month. I remember debating whether to fill it in all black or just do the outline, and I think I really liked the decision to fill it all in. Then this month I added a playlist spread, which I ended up keeping for every single month that I did in this journal, making it a full page spread instead of just like a partial spread. And I just did regular boxes for the weeklies and added a smoothie recipe at the bottom. Then for April, I tried to do famous paintings as a theme. I'd gotten a new set of stamps, and while I don't really like how I use the stamps, I like that I experimented with it. I also added a quote page from one of my favorite musicals, Sunday in the Park with George, because I thought it would fit the whole theme. Then I just did these small 3x3 box sets, which I actually liked because it gave you room to write what week it was and a little mini calendar for each week. I sadly did not keep up with that though. But now we're moving on to May, and May was another one of my favorites this month. I did like a magazine or collage theme. It took me so long to cut out every single letter and all the pictures that I used for it, but it was so worth it because I loved how this turned out. And as you can see, I combined my mood and playlist spreads, and I did this really cool thing where I had boxes for each of the days of the week for my weeklies, but I sort of branched them out from the letters that I found on the magazine clippings, which turned out really cool, I think, although not really great spacing. But then we get to June, and I did a travel theme because this June I went to New York and visited some family, so I wanted to keep things super simple. This is the first time I experimented using a one-page calendar spread because I didn't really have a whole lot of events like pre-planned that I wanted to put down there. And I added a city checklist for all the cities that we passed and, stopped in and everything. And then for the weeklies, I did this sort of like brochure pamphlet style thing, and I really like how it came out. I think it tied well with the theme. Next came July, and this was a month where I started to sort of slip in terms of finding clear inspiration for my journal. I decided to go with the Fruit Loops theme, and I do think it turned out really cool, especially this toucan Sam that I drew on this playlist spread. But I just wasn't really like motivated or inspired to do this theme. And then I'll have my fall semester on the left. As you can see, it's a lot less. I took a few less classes this semester, but they were still very difficult classes. Next, we have our August theme, and I actually modeled this after the cover of the book that I'd read that previous month called The Phone Booth at the Edge of the World, and it was such a moving book, and I really, really enjoyed it, and I thought there was a lot of cool symbols that I could use and doodles for this spread. The birds, the blue picture frame, the phone booth itself, obviously, and so I thought it would be a nice, cute, little simple theme. And I really love the color combination with the pink and the blues. And then I did a little picture of the phone box that it was actually modeled off of in the real world. Then in September, I did butterflies. I had this like butterfly stencil that I was able to just sort of like reproduce. It was very simple. I didn't really have a lot of time to set up September, so I figured it would be a nice, simple setup. And I also experimented with this new habit tracker style where I have them more like columns and I can fit more habits on one page, which as you can see, I ended up doing. And yeah, September is definitely where I started to hit a bit of a bullet journal slump. I did not end up filling out like the whole back half of September. And so for October, I tried to make it different and cool with like a, stop sign theme. But ultimately, I just found that the way that I was doing the weeklies was just very time consuming and made me not want to go into my journal. I also put in Halloween costumes from the past spread, as you can see, just sort of marks of my favorites. But yeah, so like I said, I didn't even fill out any of the weeklies for October that I was going to because honestly, it just took a lot of work and I was so unmotivated to go into my journal. So that is why November, I decided to switch the way that I did my tracking for bullet journaling. I still have my playlist and my habit trackers. I did a noodle theme, as you can see, but instead of having weeklies where I write down stuff that happened every single day, I left a bunch of pages for memories. So as you can see, I voted on November 8th. I had a page for finals prep, a page for Thanksgiving, which I'm still filling out. I actually filled out after doing this video because I just didn't have enough time to do it with Vlogmas going on. So I figured these individual pages where I can have different memories is a lot more reasonable for me. Then in December, as you guys saw on this channel, I decided to do a hot cocoa theme. Here's just a little example if you haven't seen that video of how it's turning out so far in terms of planning it and filling out all of the pages. I added an extra page for Vlogmas content and just prepping all of the videos that I need to do for that. I have a couple of blank pages for memories, mostly just Christmas stuff. And then at the end, I have a yearly reflection with 4 boxes that symbolize different things that I need to work on. And if you saw on the right, prepping for my 2023 bullet journal, which was yesterday's video. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 16.